Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stonehearth Alpha 21. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back here in Nerdia, where things are going pretty darn well. We have currently got, I believe, 8 Hearthlings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 Hearthlings. I thought we started with 8, but no, apparently we started with 7, and now we're up to 8 with the recent addition of Jaren Pounder. He is the new guy, Mr. Pounder. He's currently working on construction, getting this first building up and running. It's going to be where everybody's living. We've got room, I believe, for 8, no, not 8 beds in there. A considerable number of beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 beds will be in there. So this building's going to last us for quite some time. There's going to be room on the outside for 20 people to sit and eat as well. So it's going to be a relatively pleasant space for everybody. There's actually a bed that's already been installed for some reason. That seems like an interesting choice. The roof isn't even on yet, but sure. Go ahead and furnish the building. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. Very interesting that they'd want to... very interesting that they'd consider furnishing it before doing anything. Yeah, seriously, they're putting the beds in. I mean, to each their own. If it keeps them a little bit happier because they actually have places to sleep, then... fair enough. Now let's go ahead and get a couple of harvesting orders up and running just over this way a little bit, because I want to start harvesting some of the stone that's lying around out here. I'd also like to eventually look into setting up a quarry in this space over here. That's kind of what I'm thinking for this space. I think it could be a quarry. But what I might do is... I say quarry. I'm thinking of actually making a mine that we just dig straight down into and then expand out, so we're not left with a giant hole in the ground at the end of all of this, because that is a little bit of a pain. I'm not that much of a fan of it, so that might be for the best. Now, we do seem to have a decent amount of food. We have a simple merchant with wares to sell that I'm not all that interested in. If we have a look in our inventory, though, we have 84 edibles and a net worth of 819, so we might very well end up with a new Hearthling joining us today. I'm also going to go ahead and expand this again with a few more turnips and a few more carrots. I'm also thinking maybe a couple of rows of pumpkins could be a good idea, so we'll do pumpkin and pumpkin. And we'll take the daily updates. So, no, we don't have the food, we don't have the net worth, that's totally fine. So we'll get some pumpkins going there. And that'll be just something a little bit extra for the farmer to do. It does seem that the one farmer is doing a great job. I'm kind of wondering if that is because Grayla is a passionate farmer. I'm curious to know if that's maybe the reason. Also, has this changed? I think this bit of the UI might have changed. I'm not too sure. Now, interestingly, they do have some negative buffs here. They don't like that their meal was raw. They don't like sleeping outside. They don't like sleeping in a shared bed. So what we'll do when this is all finished is, actually, we can go ahead and assign the beds now. So let's say that this bed is Mika. This bed is going to be Jeff. This bed is going to be Chopper. This bed is going to be Tippy. This bed will be Olin. And we have Grayla, then Noel for this one. And then we have good old Jaren for this one. So that should stop them from having that that negative debuff from having a shared bed. So they should enjoy that. I can't imagine the atmosphere in that building is going to be all too pleasant, but it is pretty much done at this point. So that'll make them a little bit happier. They're not going to be sleeping outside anymore, and they are not going to be sleeping in a shared bed either. So we should see everybody become a little bit happier. Everyone's content. No one's particularly overjoyed at the moment. Grayla's very close to it, though. Grayla's very close to being whatever this is. I'd love to get everyone to be as happy as possible, but I don't know if that's actually a thing that they can do. I know you're a little bit tired. That's totally fine. These are your job abilities and all that. Now, we're being attacked. We are being attacked by invaders. It's the little stonelings, which are coming from that side for some reason, which is interesting. Not a huge fan of the fact that they are attacking from there, but it's nothing that we can't handle with a single footman. Absolutely nothing to worry about. A single footman is perfectly capable of dealing with a few stonelings. We're absolutely going to want to get more footmen as soon as we possibly can, but I'm not going to stress too much about it. We have the chairs going in so everybody can sit and have a nice meal and watch the... Oh, look at that sunset. They can just sit, enjoy their fruit, watch the sunset, socialize, have a good time. I'm liking it. No one is currently beyond content, though. Hopefully that'll go up. Hopefully we'll see some people become a little bit more than content. I'm wondering, though, if it's possible that the reason they're content is because there isn't actually a buff for sleeping in their own bed. There is just a debuff for sleeping in a shared bed. Because you'd kind of, I mean, sleeping in your own bed is sort of a given. You don't really think, oh, I've slept in my own bed, I'm overjoyed. Although I am. Like, anytime I go traveling and I get home, it's like, oh my god, I'm sleeping in my own bed, it's amazing. Admittedly, the raw meals thing probably isn't helping. So I think what I'm going to do, actually, is look for someone that we can make into a farmer. Now, Jeff is a... Oh, Jeff can do it. Yeah, Jeff, you are going to be a farmer. And the simple reason for that... Oh, we don't have a farmer's hoe, apparently. Really? I could swear I told you to make some. Yeah, I did. You're just slowly getting through it all. That's fine. The reason I want Jeff to be a farmer is because I want Jeff to eventually be the cook. Because Grayla is a passionate farmer. So going ahead and saying, hey, don't do farming, do cooking instead. Doesn't seem like a very good idea. If we end up with a passionate cook, then that's great. If we don't, then no worries. But let's go ahead and just clear all of that out and clear that out as well. We'll get a bit of bonus food from all of that. Now, if we have a look, Grayla is currently asleep, right? Yeah, Grayla was sleeping. So I'm curious to see now what your stats are. You don't like sleeping in a shared room. Okay, but you do like the spacious environments and all that stuff. So you're probably fine. Your mood's going up a little bit. I think you'll be all right. You're also very close to leveling up to farmer level 2, which will be very good news. Looks like this is all coming along really, really nicely. I'm really pleased with this. Yeah, farmer level 1 rather is what you are. You start as an apprentice, then you get level 1. So does that mean that you can go ahead and start placing herbs? Yes, it does. So bright bell flowers are going to be a must. We are going to need them. So we'll get some bright bells, and we'll also get the frost snaps as well, just because they are a little bit different, and we do need them later down the line. We do also need silkweed. And since we're about to get a second farmer, I think I will start growing some silkweed just over here, because we will want a weaver eventually. So that's getting silkweed right off the bat is going to be a pretty good idea. Now let's see, can we turn Jeff into a farmer? No, that's not ready yet. That's fine. The carpenter is really taking his time on this. Oh, he's going to be a while with that. Let's set the next farmer's hoe a little bit higher there. We have the food, we have the net worth. Let's accept a 9th hearthling. Zed Jovel has joined us. Zed, are you by any chance an idiot, or are you going to be great? You are also a night owl, and you're a carnivore. I could swear that's exactly what the guy before was. Jaren, were you not a night owl? Yeah. I'm noticing a trend here, and I'm hoping that I'm seeing something from nothing. I really am, because if they all end up being carnivorous night owls, then things are gonna be interesting. Things could be really interesting here. I didn't look to see if Zed has much of a body, though. Yeah, body stats aren't bad. So what we may end up doing is have Zed become a footman. Also, we have room for a mason. Who was the passionate mason? I've honestly forgotten. It wasn't Noel, was it? I have no idea. I swear we did have someone that was a passionate mason, and I feel like it might have been Mika. No, that was blacksmith. Do we not have a passionate mason? You're a carpenter. You are the farmer. You are optimistic. You are the herbalist. You are the blacksmith. Nothing. Nothing. Noel was the worker. So we don't have a passionate mason. That's actually okay. Zed, go and become a footman. And Jeff, go and become a farmer. We're not going to worry about getting a mason just at the moment anyway, since we don't actually have the means to get some stone. We will eventually go and get some stone, but for the time being, I'm not too concerned about it. Having that second farmer nice and early, I'm thinking is going to be a very good thing. So hopefully we can keep the food stocks up. I don't know if I'm a fan of the fact that the footmen automatically defend the farms. I get why they do it, I just don't know if I like it. It'd be nice if you could set a go-to sort of defend area. Like when you give them an order, what is the default thing they then go and do when they complete that order? It'd be nice if you could set that, or set like a patrol path for them. So I could set them to sort of patrol back and forth across here or something. That would be nice, but we'll not worry too much about it. Now, with that said, and with regards to the thing we spotted earlier, which, oh, hello. Oh, they're invading from there again, really? Okay, fair enough. Let's do alert mode. Alert mode's not going to do much because there's nowhere they can really go. But we should be able to attack these guys, no problem. There we go. So footman level 1, and they're done. Yeah, alert mode, I'm going to change up a little bit. I'm going to move the camp standard just into here, I think. I reckon that'll be a pretty good idea. Just get them inside a building as opposed to standing outside of it, out in the open. So we'll get the camp standard. Tell me this building's finished. Tell me this building's finished and I just haven't run into the same bug. No, that building is finished. The camp standard, yeah, it's being moved. That's totally fine. So in alert mode, they will go into that building, which is exactly what I want them to do. Now, what I was saying was, with regards to the shared bedroom issue, which is going to be happening as a result of the one giant shared building that we have, I do think I will make an effort in this particular alpha to go ahead and actually give them all an individual bedroom. Now, whether or not that is in one building, sort of like apartments more than bedrooms, or whether or not that is individual houses with individual storage and beds and all that stuff, I don't know. But I like the idea of eventually giving them all their own individual space, especially since what I will probably try and do is build something similar to a castle keep over this way a little bit to block off that pass, as well as eventually building a wall here to block off that pass. I kind of want to take over this entire island space. Down here, I'd like to get some mining going on, some storage for all of that. Maybe the crafting can be done here. I know it doesn't make sense to have crafting so far away from our current base of operations, but this is much later down the line I'd like to do all of this stuff. I'm going to try and take things a little bit slower with this particular alpha. I don't want to rush into everything. And something I think I will let myself do is, again, much later down the line, once we've got like 30 to 40 hearthlings, once we're having no problems with anything, I might let myself use the insta-build console command, because if I do Shift-Control-C, I can click in a building, type IB, and it will insta-build it. Now, that's something I'm only going to do if the building is like so complex they can't do it. But if you remember in the Alpha 20 Let's Play, which you should go and watch, by the way, it was great. But if you remember in that Let's Play, we tried to build a crane in, I believe it was part 18, and they couldn't do it. So if we try and build something like a crane again, I'll use insta-build on that. But that is going to be something like much, much further down the line with this particular series. Now, they're all socializing because they're all idle. So what am I going to... I guess I will give them a mining order. I guess I'll head over here and say, go and mine that out. And that's going to be like the entrance to, you know, whatever we end up doing here. So go and mine that out. There's someone heading down to do it. Are you the only person heading down to do that? So you are the... Are you the only worker? No, there's two of them. What are you? So you're the... Oh, yeah, we have the carpenter. The carpenter isn't doing anything currently because we're not actually building anything. I guess that's fair enough. I guess that kind of makes sense. So you're going to mine that out. You're probably going to get yourself stuck. So someone is going to have to come down and put a ladder into this thing. Which is great. It's just what I want. So yeah, you guys can mine that out. Oh, there's a couple of people. Why is the farmer done here? Okay, so you guys are now stuck, which is just beautiful. Let's put a ladder there. And let's put a ladder there. So they can build that. And is that the mining job done? Apparently so. Okay, fair enough. So we will then, I guess, continue with the mining. We'll go down a few more levels, and everything should be great. We do need to get rid of that ladder. We do need to get rid of that ladder. And what we'll do is when this guy's done mining, we can get another ladder in those spots. In fact, we'll just put a ladder right in the corner there so he can actually get out. There we go. So the plan here is to... oh, hello. Oh, that's farmer level 1. That's fine. The plan here is to slice away at the terrain and eventually, you know, get down to a level where there is going to be stone. I don't know where that's going to be. But we can slice away at the terrain. We can carve paths into the terrain as well, because we are getting some stone from this. So what I'll do is I think every other level, we will actually make sort of a proper cut into the terrain like this, so we can get some resources from it. Because I think that'd be a pretty good idea. I do think that would be a pretty good idea. Now, the slice is the backslash. So I'll go ahead and do that so we can see what exactly is going on. And who are you? You are the apprentice herbalist. You should be doing a lot more than you're currently doing. I realize my herbalist absolutely should be doing more than they're currently doing. Now, you've got some wares for me. Not really all that interested. Let's just turn off the X-ray thing there for the building, and let me go into my herbalist menu and say, hey, go and make some more of those, please. We do need to get more herbs and all that stuff, but the farmers have planted them. They'll be getting harvested soon enough. We have invaders approaching who are coming from down here. Now, that's fair enough. That's not too much of a big deal. Let's give a defend order and alert mode just to make sure no one is going to get hurt from this. So the defend, actually, you know what? Alert mode probably isn't needed. So these guys are moving very, very slowly. Let's focus that one so we can kill it nice and quickly. We do need to upgrade their weapons fairly soon, don't we? Because these guys are not doing very good against these attacks. I think that's something that I'm being a little bit overly cautious with, is getting these guys some good weapons. I want to get us a mason so we can get them the club thing. And I might also, when someone shows up to sell us some stuff, buy them some better gear as well. So who can be a mason? Out of the two workers, Noel. But Noel is a passionate... He is a passionate worker. So I don't want to set him to be a mason, even though he's really good with his mind. So, Jaren, you are... What are you passionate about? Nothing, right? That's fine. So you are going to be a mason. You could be a weaver as well, mate, if you wanted to be. But I want you to be a mason because we need to get the footmen some better gear. That's going to be really, really important to do. I'm also going to move the ladder here to that space. I'm going to get rid of that one if we can. And we'll go ahead and have a look. So these guys are heading back to base. That's totally okay. This guy's a little bit injured, but he should be okay. Everybody's having a snooze as well. You are now the mason. So what we'll do is go to the mason's thing. We'll say, make yourself a workbench. I'd also appreciate you getting to level 3 so you can make the... Wait, the blacksmith hammer? No. Level 1 so you can make the stone mole, which is going to be good for the footman. You can also make various bits of furniture, but this is going to be fine. You can also make the cooked spoon, the potter's cutter, the blacksmith's hammer, and the trapper's knife. So that's all going to be relatively important stuff as well. But what we'll do is right off the bat have the mason, once the workbench is placed, go ahead and make like 25 of these stone benches. So we'll get that done. Mason's going to hopefully be nice and super busy. There's the workshop for it. So we'll go ahead and put the mason's table there. And the mason is going to be able to get straight to work. And there we go. So he's doing his thing. That's going to be absolutely beautiful. Having a look down here, the new ladder is in. We are looking all right with this. Daily updates here. Food is there. Net worth is not. We actually have a lot more food than I thought we'd have by this point. Which is really good news. These farmers are doing a fantastic job in these fields. Look how efficient they really are. It's amazing. Mason level 1 has already been achieved, which is kind of nuts. But that's beautiful because you can go in and immediately make me 2 of the stone moles. I'm going to set those as the priority right there. I know I can queue them up by changing the number, but if it's only 2 things, I can just click really, really quickly. We could get you to make me some tunnel doors. Could get you to make me some stone tables and some stone chairs. But everybody does have somewhere to sit when they are eating, so I don't think there's any sense in going ahead and overdoing it. Now, you're going to mine all of that out. You are going to take some time to do it. You're not going to get that many resources other than clay from it, but there's a little bit of stone coming out from this mining operation, so, you know, we'll take our time with this. I'm honestly not too worried if it does take ages to do, because the idea is that we will very, very slowly get more hearthlings coming in, so I don't think there's much to worry about with regards to a slow mining operation over there. I do hire... Oh, wait, they've got their weapons already. Not bad. I do want to get a Weaver, but I realize I do only have Noel as the current worker, and with him being a passionate worker, again, not too interested in swapping him out to be a Weaver or anything like that. Can you guys walk through the buildings? I think they can go through the windows because I put some chairs beside them and some beds. That's a little bit annoying. That kind of defeats the purpose of the high windows. I don't know. I might have been imagining it, but I sincerely hope they can't walk through them. Let's have a look. How's this going? Oh, it is coming along well. Definitely coming along nicely. It's going to be a little while before it is done, but definitely getting there. We could maybe mine out a bit of this side as well, but I think my goal here is going to be keep going down until we get to stone and then set some pretty hefty mining tasks. Because then what we can do is just really get into some constant mining. So you've got some wares to sell. It is just stone stuff that I'm not interested in. But what I can do is sell you all of those and I can start making a little bit of cash. Now we do have some fine park benches, which I will also sell to make myself a little bit of cash. So that's not bad. That is not bad. We have a little bit of money going. And a farmer at level 2. Good. Also, some harvesting going on over there. So let's go to my herbalist. We do have the ability to make some of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the herbalist is going to be very slowly leveling up. I think oh, you know what? I can't actually have that herbalist become a cleric because they are a passionate herbalist. And herbalists are quite important. We do want to keep herbalists a little bit later down the line, so yeah, I didn't really think about that. I guess what we'll do is eventually get ourselves a second herbalist and level them up to be the cleric, and whoever's the herbalist at the moment, which is Tippy Fenton, can be a herbalist sort of permanently. Now, interestingly, everyone's still, yeah, they don't like the shared room. They really don't like the raw mules. So I really want to beeline it towards getting a cook. If we show your workshop, you can actually make the cook's spoon. So get me one of those in the go. We have invaders approaching. We have a daily update. Daily update is good news. Oh, it's not good news. The invaders are... Oh, it's just one of those things. That's totally okay. So we'll go ahead and attack that. Which is pretty tough, but with their better weapons, they are managing to absolutely wreck its face, which is beautiful news. Let's get a harvest order for those berry bushes, those berry bushes, and also the berry bushes down here, as well as over here, as well as all of that stuff, all of that, and all of that as well. Just so we can get as many resources as we possibly can from the land whilst we are getting set up here. I'd say things are going pretty darn well, though. I'm happy with where the people of Nerdia seem to be at the moment. Plenty of food, plenty of resources. Obviously, you know, a bit of a slow bit of progress on the mining here, but that is actually nearly done, which is not bad news at all. So that spot of mining is not done. So what we want to do is go and say mine this out, and then they mine it again, and then the next level down is gonna be gonna be the one they extend this way a little bit. He's gonna get himself stuck in there, isn't he? There is definitely a risk that they might get stuck in there again, and we're gonna have someone come over and build them a ladder. But hopefully we can find some good stuff down here. I can't remember exactly how far down we have to go to find stone. I know it's a fairly significant depth though, so might be a little while before we get there. Let's go ahead and sell all of those. Let's sell the lamps as well. We have the cook's spoon already, so we really do just need to Anyone stuck down there? No. We really do just need to get ourselves another hearthling. If we can get one that's good with cooking, that's great, but I'm a little bit skeptical because I'm worried the next hearthling is going to be a carnivorous night owl. And if they are, then it seems that all of them are going to be carnivorous night owls, which I don't know about you, but that's not great. That's not great because getting regular supplies of meat for the hearthlings is not going to be easy in the early game. So I'm not really sure what we're going to manage to do there. Now it looks like they have mined done about as far as they're going to go there. No, there is another level to go. Once they mine that level out, we can go ahead and get a ladder in there for them. Right, so ladder is going to go on... Well, really, it should... I'll put it on this side so they can maybe get out onto that level there. Get rid of that ladder. And there we go. So that can be built, they can get out, and they can do their thing, which is absolutely beautiful. So, let's go down another level then, and then that'll be the one that we want to clear out. So, down to there? No. So that's that level, that level. Oh, what is this? What does this work? I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, I want to clear that one out, right? Yeah, so that's fine. So what I want to do is bring this over like that. And I want to clear that entire level out. So we'll see what we get from that one. We can get rid of the X-ray thing there. They're going to take some time doing that, but that's totally okay. Either way, ladies and gents, I reckon I'm going to leave it there for today. I would like to very quickly move my footmen to a slightly better defensive position just over here, so that they are close to where everybody's going to be. We have plenty of food production. I'll give it a second just so we can see what this daily update is going to be telling us. Hopefully some good news is going to come my way. Let's just lower this down a little bit. You're really going for it there, buddy. You're really going for it. Daily update. We are so close with that net worth. So close with that net worth. Right, that is all being mined out beautifully. Let's get a ladder in there so you can actually get out, though. Because otherwise, you're going to be living down there for a while, buddy, and I don't think you're going to be enjoying that. So go ahead and clear that ladder out of there. And hopefully we can get this one built over here nice and quickly. Anybody coming to do it? Yeah, you look like you are going to be building that ladder for him. Right. So he can get out. They're doing some good mining. Looks like there's a bit of stone down there, which is going to be good for the mason. Either way, ladies and gents, I'm going to leave it there for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Stonehearth Alpha 21 Part 2. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.